When you pick up a guitar and it has 13, you can't like half-ass it. You can't fake it. You have to kind of play hard.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
Welcome
nice to meet
channel.
You. Thank you.
Welcome to channel.
Happy to be here.
Please introduce yourself to the Chinese audience.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that. It's nice to be here. It's first time in China, so I'm super excited. My name is Josh Smith. I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm a blues-based guitar player. I'm 46 years old. I've been playing guitar since I was 6 years old. Yeah, I make records and tour and produce records and all sorts of different things, and I love guitar.
And very like your original song, like Pusher.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, Pusher. Yeah, Pusher. Everybody likes Pusher. It's a fan favorite for sure. That's from one of my more recent records. Kind of a funky tune. Everybody likes that one because the whole band gets to improvise, and those are my favorite types of things to improvise on. It's a very syncopated groove that you get all that. I love having that syncopated groove to play over because you can go so many. Got a lot of room when the groove is like that to come in and out and play with the time, which is what I like.
Could you introduce your signature model guitar?
Yeah, so this is the second version. We had the Flat 5.1 that came out I guess 3 years ago now, and this is the Flat 5.2.
Yeah.
A little bit more modern spec. So if you think of the Flat 5.1 as like the 50s version, this is like the 60s version to me. So that means alder body instead of ash. It has a rosewood board. And the other cool thing about this one is that we have the humbucker in the neck.
Yeah.
And I really like that we made it look like a modified guitar. So having the pickup ring, it looks like someone bought a guitar and routed it out and put the humbucker in. I like the way that looks. Really proud of this one. It came out really great. Sounds great, feels great, and it's just a cool guitar. Really amazing.
Biggest difference between the Flat 5.2 and the Flat 5.1, you think? What's the difference?
No, the biggest difference is the wood, for sure. Like the pickups make a big difference, but the difference between ash and maple neck and alder and rosewood board is a big difference. It sounds much warmer than the ash and the maple neck. Like the maple neck, one-piece maple neck has that percussiveness. It's immediate. This is a little softer and rounder, more warm, and then of course with the humbucker, that's a big difference too. But I think the wood makes the biggest difference.
I know you use very thick guitar strings.
Yeah.
Would you like to share the reason with our?
Sure. I just like the way they feel. When I was a kid, I was once invited to sit in on a gig with an older musician, and I didn't have my guitar. And he handed me his vintage Strat to play on this gig, and it had 13 gauge strings on there, very heavy. And I was like, oh my God, it hurts. So I was very young. But I was determined after that day, like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to play heavy strings so that never happens to me again. So I went the next day to the music store and bought the heaviest strings that I could find, and I put them on my guitar. And ever since I've used the heavy strings. There's a lot of benefits. Of course, I was a big Stevie Ray Vaughan fan, and he used heavy strings. The tone is really good with heavy strings, but also the intonation is very good with heavy strings. And what I really like about the heavy strings, besides the tone and the intonation, is the mindset that they put you in. When you pick up a guitar and it has 13, you can't like half-ass it. You can't fake it. You have to kind of play hard, and I like that. So I can't pick it up and just go, phone it in. No, I have to play hard. I like that it makes me get in the mood, you know.
13
to 58.
58.
In standard tuning, yeah.
How do you think guitar playing can take to in the future? What are the new possibilities for guitar playing skills or sound or genre?
Well, there's so much going on. I mean, you've seen this jump in players' technical facility now because I think mostly because of the amount of information available to players. Like, I'm 46, I didn't have YouTube when I was 10, but now, like if I was 10 and learning, it would be so much easier for me to find information. Like, so you have people growing so quickly, which has created an interesting scene, I think. You have all these players who are very young, who know so much on guitar, but often they haven't played a lot of like bar gigs, meaning, you know, like being at the bar playing covers at night, learning like the little things that you learn like to be a professional. So it's weird. You end up with like all these players now who have so much skill, and like the street smart stuff is kind of going away now because there's not all those gigs. So that's one thing that is different, I think, about players now. You can grow so much faster, but I think you have to actually search out the chance to play gigs more so you can grow with the real world stuff. Like that's where you, when you're at a bad gig that pays $10 or $50 and nobody's paying attention, that's when you learn like really how to take a solo and improvise and get people's attention. Or it's also when you learn like, oh, my intonation is bad in my guitar, because when you're sitting in your living room, it doesn't matter. But when you're playing with other musicians, you start to learn, oh, my guitar is set up really bad. Why am I not in tune with that guy, you know? Or why is my amp not reliable? You learn those things on the gig. I think that's getting missed a little bit now. As far as sound, it's amazing how fast things are moving with the digital stuff, of course. Everybody using the Fractal and Kemper and all those things. It's amazing. I'm an old school guy in that way. I want a real amp with a lot of noise and air, and I don't know that I will ever change, but I mean, it's amazing seeing how far everything, it's a good time to be a guitar player because you have so many options for the gear side to make sounds. And then you have guys coming up with techniques that never existed, like my friend Tosin Abasi or Matteo Mancuso. These guys are playing in ways that nobody's played before. That's really cool to see things get kind of pushed forward. It's a fun time to be a guitar player.
Could you tell us about your journey learning music?
Yeah, so I started playing guitar when I was 6. My dad bought me a guitar when I was 3. He didn't play, he just loved music. So I think he hoped maybe I would play. And he bought the guitar for me, and I kind of just carried it around the house for fun. And then when I was 6, I asked if I could take some lessons, like find me a teacher, I want to learn how to play. And I fell in love so fast, you know, like we all do. It's a magic. You find that thing that this is me, you know what I mean? It feels like me, and I just couldn't stop learning. I wanted to spend every minute playing guitar. So like from age 6 till 12, 13, I practiced all day, every day. I played every day. I took lessons every week, sometimes a couple times a week. And then I started to get pretty good by the time I was 12, and I wanted to play with other musicians, and I couldn't find people my age who liked the music I liked, because I liked blues and jazz and R&B, and at that time it was heavy metal, and I mean like 80s heavy metal, you know? So I had to go find like adults to play with, to play the music I wanted to play. So I started going to like jams, you know, and playing with these adults. And that was like the big change for me. Once I got on stage in front of an audience and played, took a solo and improvised, and like the audience reacted, like I got a little bit of applause, you know, that was it. I'm hooked forever now. I will do this for the rest of my life, because The second you kind of have that moment of like, I can really do this, there's no going back. And I'm the same way now. I never stop, learning and trying to grow. I just love playing guitar. It's the best.
Goes through your mind when you improv?
It's funny when you improv, at least the way I think about it, you're trying to do kind of two things at once. You're trying to, yes, think about what's going on in the song and react. By that I mean, like, what are the changes happening, the chords, what is the groove, and how do you kind of relate to that groove? How do you react to the other musicians and what's going on? But then at the same time, you're trying to like shut off your brain and play from the heart. And to do that, you kind of have to have built up like a vocabulary, a toolbox of all the things that you've worked on when you're sitting by yourself and you're practicing. You have all those things you work on, so that when you get in the moment, you can forget about it and play from the heart and just react. And that's what I'm trying to do when I'm improvising, is be in the moment. Just, if I'm on stage and I'm looking out at the audience, I want to be able to react like instantaneously. Like if I need to get their attention because they're not paying attention, well, that may mean I want to make a decision right that to go like really hard. You know what I mean? Just to, maybe someone will react to that. Or maybe they're being too loud, you know what I mean? That means I'm gonna, let's break it down and be quiet and get everybody to listen, That's stuff that comes from many years of just doing it. But improv is my life. Like, that's what I love. I want to be thrown into a situation and say, go, just go. Find some way to do something unique that is you. Because, I'll play this thing, and you would play something totally different. And that's what's so cool. It's like we're hearing the same piece of music, but I'm thinking of one thing and you're thinking of something totally different. That's amazing to me. I love that.
How does the collaborating with Joe Bonamassa differ from performing your band?
Yeah, it's much different. Joe is obviously one of my best friends, and we work together a lot. And we've known each other for a very long time because we're similar age, and we came up kind of doing the same things. And we first started working together, not playing together, producing records together. That's how we started kind of our partnership. He wanted to produce some records, and he'd never done that, and I've been producing records, so he asked me, hey, will you come partner with me and produce some of these records? So I did, and we worked really good together. And then he asked me to go on the road with him in his band, and then that's different, because in his band I'm in the back, I'm playing rhythm guitar most of the night, and I'm supporting someone else soloing. Well, I have experience doing that, because when I first moved to Los Angeles back in 2002, for the first almost 10 years, I kind of did nothing but sideman work and session work. So I know how to do that, but it is slightly different. Like when I was on the road with pop artists playing whatever, pop music or rock and roll or R&B, I was the main guitar player, and there wasn't a lot of solos. With him, he's the main guitar player. It's the first time I've been like behind another guitar player and listened to them solo all night. It's different. So I have to think of it more like I did on those other gigs. Like, hey, do your job. You're here to play rhythm and support the songs and make him look his best. So it is a different feeling, of course, than when I'm doing my own gig. That's a little different, anyways. Like my gig compared to his, he's playing theaters, and it's much more of a set show with the lights and the big audience. My shows are a little bit smaller clubs, much more improvisational. I kind of do whatever I want, because the audience is expecting more of an improvisational show. I don't have to worry about the bigger picture like he has with the bigger audience. So there's lots of differences.
Last one, please teach us one of your signature licks.
Signature licks, all right. Well, I think when people think about me most of the time, they're probably thinking of the way that I mix everything up, because that's what I do. I'm playing blues and I'm mixing with jazz and I'm mixing with like country techniques because I hybrid pick everything. And so those are the things that I think, if you say, what is your licks? Those are the things I think of, like licks that are maybe harmonically interesting, so maybe they follow the changes. Maybe they're technically interesting, but meaning I'm hybrid picking or doing something rhythmic. And the core is blues. So to me, it would be something like that incorporates all that. So maybe like if we were in the key of A, I may play something like so that's a kind of a blues lick, right?
Yeah.
But I'm kind of mixing in chromatics, so kind of jazzy stuff. But I'm playing hybrid picks. So I'm using my fingers. I made double stops. So it's not one lick, it's more like my approach to playing. I may incorporate like a turnaround, maybe a 2-5-1 turnaround, like. So by that I was playing. So that's me playing 5-2-5, back to the 1, but doing it in more of like a bluesy way. So it just kind of sneaks by, because everything I want to have blues at the heart of it. So normally that's what I'm thinking. I'm playing blues, and then I will sneak all those other things in just to connect the dots.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So nice to meet you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.